Guys, we got a huge update for you guys in this video. We got global expansion news, and of course, the NIO CEO has laid out a timeline of products that are coming later on this year. Very exciting. This video is sponsored by Mangoceuticals, ticker symbol MGRX. Mangoceuticals is focused on developing a variety of men's health and wellness products and services via a secure telemedicine platform. To date, the company has identified men's wellness, telemedicine services, and products as a growing sector and especially related to the area of weight loss, hair loss, testosterone boosters, etc., and hormone replacement therapies.
Men's health and wellness is a rapidly growing $3.5 billion industry, the future of which will be led by consumers demanding better products that speak directly to their needs and fit their lifestyles. The question then is, where will man go? The answer, we think, is Mango. We saw an immense need for an approachable, honest, and fun way to tackle men's health, and we rose to the challenge. Mango aims to be different every step of the way, from new product formulas to innovative design and packaging, all the way through to our humorous and educational marketing approach that breaks the mold. We are flipping the script on the industry and empowering men to take control of their needs and to live better.
Now, the stock is currently trading at $1.63 per share. In the past, MGRX has had these incredible bounces, like from here, from $3 a share all the way up to $16 a share. So definitely keep an eye out on this company pre-market tomorrow. This is going to be incredible. All right, so add them to your watch list, ticker MGRX. So first, let's talk about global expansion news. So the CEO has said on center stage at the Shanghai Auto Show, where of course they have NIO, Firefly, and Onvo, okay, he has said that Firefly will be launching this year in 5 different continents, 16 different countries, okay? And actually, they have officially launched Firefly in Europe today, okay? So what's very interesting is that they're launching Firefly even before Onvo. So of course, Firefly is much less cost intensive. They can just place it in a NIO house. They don't have to build individual stores for that, which is very nice. But the pricing is very interesting. So the pricing in Europe, in the Netherlands, 29,900 euros, which is cheaper than the Mini over there in Europe. But of course, there's quite a significant price difference between the price there and here in China. Here in China, the price is around 14,000 euros. So 14,000 and 29,000, it's almost double. Well, it's pretty much double. Of course, you have to factor in shipping fees, import taxes, tariffs, all that kind of stuff. And of course, higher operational expenses in Europe as well. So the pricing does make sense, okay? So very nice that, they're launching in Europe. I'm sure, this car is going to be very suitable for a lot of those European owners out there. Okay, so that's very nice. And of course, at the not Beijing Auto Show, the Shanghai Auto Show, they showcased the Onvo L90, the huge spacious frunk. And there was also an awkward moment where they were demonstrating fishing and sitting inside the frunk, NIO CEO and the head of product for Onvo. And the head of product for Onvo asked William Lee, when are we going to go fishing? And then William Lee said, when sales are, much better. And this is obviously a play on, the fact that Onvo isn't selling that well. He doesn't really want to go fishing with the Onvo team. But so the Onvo product manager said, hey, then we're going to sell Onvo L90, make sure it sells well. So hopefully they do sell well with the Onvo L90. So of course, William Lee also held a very big update for us investors, and that is of course the product cycle going forward. So right now, Q2, they're launching the Firefly car, but also the 5566 that's confirmed in the presentation, ET5, ET5T, ES6, EC6, the sort of 2025 variants of the car. And what's very important is he specified this is not a third generation product, all right? This is still sort of like 2.5. So that means it's still going to be 400 volt, but there will be significant updates like bigger screens, more family-friendly features like heads-up display, all that great stuff. And of course, with their own self-developed chip, which is going to be much cheaper than NVIDIA's chip. And of course, he also said in Q3, that's when they're launching the Anvo L90. Okay, that's when the Anvo L90 is going to be like officially available. And then in Q4, this is the big update. They're launching the Anvo L80, which I guess is going to be a smaller version of the Anvo L90, but with similar features, which we have yet to see, probably a big TV screen and all that kind of good stuff, but also the new third generation ES8. So they specified this is clearly third generation, meaning it will use the same battery pack as the ET9, and probably that also means 900 volt, right? And probably the same hydraulic suspension. And also you can choose, if you don't want hydraulic suspension, you can probably get the air suspension. So that is of course going to be their top of the line flagship SUV that you can get, and that's coming in Q4. So that's very, very nice. So they have basically new products for every single quarter lined up. And so, telling everybody this right now, it's telling you guys, get your money and wallets ready, when these products come out, you can buy them right away. But one thing to note is that there's no further information about other cars like the EC7, the ES7, or the ET7. So the 7 Series cars kind of, they're kind of put to the side. You're not getting a 2025 refresh, and also you're not getting the third generation refresh. So these cars, do I have to say it? Probably won't sell too well going forward, okay? Because there's going to be like a very tiered difference. Even though these cars are more premium, they don't have the same features as the 2025 variant of the 556, nor does it have the same 900 volt as the ES8. So you can expect the 5566 and the new ES8 to carry the bulk of the sales going forward. So that's very, very nice. And of course, he also updated us and talked about how right now the chips NX 9031 is being mass produced, and it's being produced very, very efficiently. It's going very well. It's being put on cars, and that chip, of course, he reiterated, it's as powerful as the Thor X chip, and it's coming to market earlier than the Thor X chip, which, think about it, is an incredible achievement, considering NVIDIA is the top dog in terms of chips, right? And NIO, in that sense, beat NVIDIA to the punch by bringing their chip to the market earlier than NVIDIA, which is very, very nice. And just overall, like the feeling of the Shanghai Auto Show, it's very jam-packed, lots of people. There was also this very crazy Firefly car, fully modded, like race car, Firefly car, which is absolutely insane. When I first saw this, I thought it was Photoshop, but it's legit, all right? Someone actually modded this car and made it like that. Like, would you get that car? Very, very interesting, very compelling. I think that car looks pretty nice. And there's lots of interest with the Firefly, a lot of interest with the ET9. And right now you're at a stage where NIO has a product for everybody in every single price category, from the 100,000 RMB all the way up to the 800,000 RMB ET9, most premium car you can buy. So, it's just up to them to get the messaging and everything correct. And of course, Anvo had its own booth, and then it was NIO, Firefly, and then Anvo by itself, but they're next to each other, so that's very nice. Hopefully Anvo really picks up the slack. I know in my previous video we talked about how Anvo only had 770 weekly insurance registrations, and it was kind of lackluster considering the fact that the more expensive NIO had 5,000, right? Had 5,500. That's like huge difference, guys. And Anvo is supposed to be the mass market brand, right? So clearly they got to go hard with the incentive. And speaking of incentive, they announced that during the May 1st holiday here in China, all Anvo owners will be able to swap on the highway for free, completely for free. It's not going to cost them any money, so you can drive your Anvo wherever you like completely for free. And this is, of course, going to help with sales a little bit, right? And of course, this is going to make Envo owners very, very happy that, hey, we can go wherever we want and it's free. But of course, for NIO, there's too many NIO cars out there. You can't have it completely free. And of course, some NIO owners like me, we already have free battery swap. We swap for free anywhere we go. So it doesn't really even matter to us. So yeah. And right now, you buy a NIO, you get 240 free swap vouchers. That's crazy. And of course, that incentive also means that right now, all those people checking out the NIO booth, which is very jam-packed, and they hear the sales rep say, hey, this month is the last month you can get 5 years of free battery swap, 240 free swap vouchers. Next month, price increase and no free battery swap vouchers because newer generation cars, a lot of people are going to pull the trigger. All right? As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.